Good evening, and welcome to Pacific Union's Real Estate Economic Forecast. Our entire organization is absolutely thrilled that you're with us here tonight. My name is Mark McLaughlin, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Pacific Union. I'm thrilled that we're able to do this Real Estate Economic Forecast tonight with the John Burns Real Estate Consulting Group. Our view on John Burns and his real estate team is they put out the finest real estate research in the business, and it has both an historical perspective and a look forward, and they always look out 3 years, and that's what we're going to try to deliver to you tonight.
San Mateo County, that's a suburban paradise. John gave you the word suburban. I, like a sucker, have been saying suburban urban for a long time. That's like 5 syllables. I could have been saying 2. That's on me. That's my fault. So it's also a split commute paradise, right? You have 2 of the biggest employment hubs on planet Earth, to the north and to the south. It's a great place to be if you have a split commute kind of a house sale. So I love it. And whenever we do studies in San Mateo, even as far as Daly City or someplace like that, there's still, even though that seems to fudge toward the person in that household closer to San Francisco, you still have a lot of split commuters up as that far up. Very fluent, as we know. We expect job growth to slow. Here, we'll talk about this in a minute, but really we're going to see, we are at the beginning, and Mark will talk about in terms of Square and in terms of these IPOs, that maybe some of these unicorns are going to have their horn maybe a little bit blunted, and maybe there'll be some baby unicorns that burn through their VC money, and there's 17 smart people looking for a job after that. So what that will equal in the aggregate will be some slower job growth, and that's going to put some downward pressure on pricing. Again, slower but appreciating, but at a slower rate, at least for the near term. But again, right now, tremendous conditions, and San Mateo County is a major exporter of housing demand out of San Mateo. I mean, you have $1 million homes in Daly City. So I rest my case.
Yeah. How many people would have guessed $1 million home in Daly City? Not too many. Same trend line here, although we're losing units year over year more aggressively in San Mateo County. Some of this might have to do with trades that happen off the MLS and are not in these statistics, but it wouldn't be moving the needle that much. Jobs, again, 14,000 new jobs in San Mateo County. These are really good tech jobs, and only 3,200 new homes. That's why we get 13% year-over-year appreciation and looking for at least 10%, or at about 10% over the next 3 years. That's very, very substantial and attractive growth for our housing market.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I shouldn't have slighted San Mateo as a major employment hub in its own right. It just has 55,000 jobs net in both the MSAs to the north and south. Silicon Valley, that's a place where you got 55,000 jobs year over year right now. Just it's still a booming. It's the big San Francisco and the Silicon Valley are really the engine that's spreading out this new home demand all throughout, and housing demand more generally speaking throughout the whole Bay. I mean, when we go and do studies in Dublin and Mountain House and Manteca and Lathrop, it's all about San Jose, even more so than the city for the most part. So it's a huge driver of demand in this region.
Definitely a lot more properties trade off-market in Santa Clara County than we have probably in any other place around the Bay Area, and there's quite a market share of units that are sold to international, specifically Chinese, and their perspective is generational. It's not 5 to 7 years and trade a home. They buy it and they hold on it. So one of our concerns is those homes may not be coming back on the market anytime soon. 55,000 new jobs created in Santa Clara County in 2015, and these are really, really good jobs. But only 7,800 households, okay? Again, it's 2 to 1. It's what's driving home prices. And many of those apartments as opposed to, single-family homes. The Burns Home Index up 13% year over year, and more modest-looking growth going forward, 8.7% over the next 3-year period.
Yeah. Some of that household growth, by the way, is also vacant homes being reoccupied too, so it's actually worse in terms of new permits. It's actually a little lower than that at most. And in San Jose, it's all about apartments, and San Francisco is by far more apartments than it is single-family homes.